On AWC Podcast, we're talking about Take Care of Yourself First from the February issue of the American Window Cleaner magazine. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and as you know, the AWC Podcast highlights a different article straight from the American Window Cleaner magazine. And if you aren't getting your magazine shipped to your door, go to awcmag.com/sub and get yours now. Every issue has loads more of articles, reviews, pictures, and of course the famous window cleaning sticker, which is absolutely awesome. So make sure to go get yours if you haven't already. Subscribe, support the industry, and just be more awesomer. I think awesomer is a word, I'm pretty sure. But today we're talking about taking care of yourself first, an article from Brian Sauls. Now, Brian Sauls is a super cool dude. If you have not talked to him or anything, he's just a really, really smart businessman, and he wears his emotions on his sleeve. What I mean is he's a regular contributor to American Window Cleaner magazine. His articles are in a lot of the issues. And when he writes an article, he breaks down things that people aren't talking about. He really talks about things that a lot of guys aren't putting out there, right? Usually when you're talking to people or you're seeing articles or you're reading Facebook posts, it's all like, hey, look how awesome this stuff is. I'm a bazillionaire and I make $40,000 an hour. Look at me. And you look at it and go, wow, man, I have trouble sometimes. Like sometimes my heart hurts. Sometimes my shoulders are heavy, right? This business thing, man, it's so easy for all these other people. They're just always so happy and things go so well. And, it's so, why is it so hard for me? And Brian talks about the mental side of it. Business is hard. It is hard. That's why businesses fail. There's so much that weighs on a business owner that a lot of guys can't take it. And that doesn't mean that they're not strong, right? People who have given up have the same headaches that we all have. They just couldn't endure anymore. And a big thing about this, the article starts off, he says, have you ever woken up with an instant sense of dread before work? Like, think of that. No one talks about that. Everybody's like, man, I'm so excited every single day when I get to go to work. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's too bad you're not like me because it's just awesome and it's so easy and everything just comes so naturally and everything else. That's usually what people talk about. But Brian doesn't. He said, have you ever been so stressed from issues in your business that you just wanted to throw in the towel? A lot of us would say, well, yeah, that's business, unfortunately. But we're all still here. That means that we're strong enough, right? But he goes on to basically say that things will go wrong. Like there will be stresses. Think about this. As a business owner, we have payroll. We have advertising. We have good economy, bad economy, busy season, slow season. I mean, think about it. Your busy season gives you just as much stress as your slow season does. Like that's the truth of the matter. So when you're a business owner and everybody's out there putting out their highlight reel talking about how awesome it is and how much money, you look at it and go, well, why the heck? Why is it so easy for some people and it's just so hard for me? He said, when I was ready to call it quits, the absolute limit of what I could mentally endure, I had, I guess, what you call an awakening. He realized that no matter how much he tortured himself with worry, the problems were always going to be there. The problems were always going to be there. Now, you should be mitigating work. You should be getting people into positions to take off some of the things so that it's not all on your shoulders, but we can't all do that. If we won the lottery yesterday and we still wanted to be business owners, well, that'd be easy. Take a bunch of that free money you just got and hire a bunch of people. Give them the tasks that give you worry so you can focus on more things. But they're still going to have the worry. Now you have employees. Now you worry about the employees leaving, right? He said the the problems will always still be there no matter how he takes them. That's the most important part. How you handle issues and problems, that is the most important part, because the problems are still going to be there. Now, there's another podcast that played about a month ago on the window cleaning side of things. And with that, it was all of the things that you can do to help yourself. You know, there's a lot of other things out there. There's yoga and there's, meditation and diet. Here's the thing. When you're a business owner, you are driving between one job to the next. You're trying to find food. You're going to stop at fast food. You're going to fill yourself with junky food. You're going to swish it all down with a soda. That's just what we do. Not because we hate ourselves, but it's the easiest part. We're focused on work. We don't have time to focus on the rest of this. If you do all that and you don't give yourself time, everything that comes in to your world, every downside and negative, will hit you harder. If you're not taking care of yourself, then when all of these problems, which are going to be there regardless, when those problems arise, they really, really hit home. Or we have all these worries and these things that we have to push through every day. That's why small business owners look like they're 60 when they're really 30, right? We're bald and we got wrinkles and everything else, but we've earned them. He goes on to say basically that his simple routine is what made the biggest difference. It should have been easy to see where the breakdown occurred. I stopped being disciplined with my daily routine, my workouts, meditation, journaling, and diet. Everything went south. My stress was at max levels. The stress is there, but your body can't take it the way that it's supposed to. If you have a routine or a system, as we call it in business, your business will always run better. Think of McDonald's. A McDonald's will have pictures in the back that show you how to build a cheeseburger so that every location is the exact same. Building in a simple routine of some simple disciplines allows your body to fill more, right? When you have a bag of whatever, garbage or anything else that you have, when it gets to the top, what do? You make more room, right? You push it down and you kind of jiggle the bag a little bit. You make more room for more. That's what meditation, diet, that's what journaling and all this kind of helps you do, is it opens up more room for you to be able to go and put more in there. There's always going to be more for us to put in. Always. He said that he tries to exercise every day, but it was harder when he was in the field. A lot of you guys know if you're out there, you're working, you don't have time. You go, man, I'm already doing 10, 12, 14-hour days. I don't have time to do exercise. I get my exercise during the day. But there's something really, really, really special about exercise. He says our bodies are supposed to move. And the big thing is we're busy all day, but we're not focused on actual exercise. Exercise means that you have elevated heart rates, weights, cardio, however you're doing it. You have elevated heart rates for a certain period of time. It's great on your blood flow. It's great on your cardiovascular. It allows you to take more. If you're doing a very, very strenuous activity, say you're a mountain biker, and you go out there and you don't mountain bike for 3 months, and then you go and try to do it, it's going to suck. It's going to be really, really hard to do that because you haven't built up any extra room. But if you're doing this every single day, all summer long, by the end, you're hitting your personal records. You're going faster, farther, longer than you ever have before. Why? Because you've made more room. You've built all that up. That is kind of what this says. He says that he's found that he's his best when he meditates. I know it sounds silly at first, but being able to examine and control your thoughts is a skill that I've learned and used to your advantage in business. And here's the big thing, 10 minutes. He talks about meditating for 10 minutes. all that does is allows you to take all of that chaos that's in your brain, right? We all have ADD in business. That's what makes a great business owner. But you take all of that and you learn how to manage it. You take it all and you go, man, okay, calm it all down. Let's really look at everything that's going on in my life. Let's examine the thoughts. And there's a lot of great programs out there. If you ever want to try to start meditating, just do it by yourself. Don't tell anybody you're even doing it if you're embarrassed about meditating. It doesn't mean you wear an orange jumpsuit and sit like a monk, shave your head, and sit on some mountaintop with a bell going, oh. That's not necessarily what you need to do. What you do in meditation is you allow your thoughts to happen, and you allow all of your thoughts to be seen in a different way. They compare it to sitting by the edge of a road and watching the cars go by, as opposed to sitting by the edge of the road and trying to see the other side where cars just fly by and you can't actually see what cars they are. That's meditation. Meditation's huge. Exercise is huge. But for me, what I think the best thing for my personal, which jumping off kind of the article by Brian, and he's talking the same, is diet. He says the better his diet, the better he feels. Like, we go eating crap, and it's really, really easy, right? We look at it and say, well, yeah, well, I'm running around. I don't have time. I don't have this and this and this and this. But here's the thing. If you are filling yourself with a bunch of food that you shouldn't, which, you know, it is what it is. But when you start taking stress, your stress starts to eat away so much quicker. If you have all these other parts of your life dialed in, then stress can just kind of hit you and almost roll off. Almost just roll off. And you see some people take stress a lot better than others. That will always be the case, but there's a lot of people out there whose stress seems to melt away, and that's why. He said, these are the 4 things that I try to do daily to help him keep sane. They take under an hour and a half a day. That could be in the beginning, in the end. It could be parts of. It could be how you wake up. It could be how you go to sleep. Building these pieces in allows you to withstand the pressures of business. He says, if I miss a couple of days of this routine, I'm right back in the stress town like clockwork. He knows the outcome if he skips a day, if he skips 2 days. There's nothing more easier to do than make one excuse to miss the gym or one excuse to eat bad to keep doing that. Oh man, I was too busy. You know, it was raining and snowing. I couldn't get to the gym. Oh. If you make it one day, an excuse like that, the second day you don't even have to make an excuse. You just don't go. Well, I didn't go yesterday. But Monday, man, oh man, I'm starting Monday. It's like people who do dieting and things. They say, I'm gonna start doing fill in the blank diet on Monday. What? Well, yeah. I'm gonna eat terribly over the weekend, and then it's gonna be no. If you want to do this, now's the time to do this, right? He said that last thing he says is not sure what things might work for you, which pieces of these would be good. He said, ask some of your friends that you consider successful. Talk to somebody who's successful. The reason meditation is what it is, and I was never on board with that, when you start seeing these people, these 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is a book, and you can see on YouTube, what are these things, what's a daily routine for these people who are these big name famous people? The Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts, all these big name people, it all seems to be the exact same. So try it, look it up. If you want to read the full article, go to awcmag.com/sub and get your subscription. If you're not subscribed, why not? You're in the industry, you're here learning. Listen to everything you can, read everything you can, and I really dig stickers. Get your stickers. Get the subscription. It is a paper version. It will be sent to your door every single month when the post office is not being horrible. And you're going to really, really enjoy the magazine, and you're going to keep bettering yourself. So go and do that. And with everything else that's playing out, I appreciate you guys being here. And definitely, we'll check you again on the next episode.